Mea culpa, mea culpa, mea culpa.
What the heck are you doing?
Mea culpa, what?
I said, what are you doing?
I'm doing my mea culpa, the Catholic thing. I'm sorry, my mistake. Mea culpa.
Hey.
Come on.
I'm a Reformed Catholic, so
here we go.
Don't bring that Catholic stuff up.
Yeah, I don't want to get off the track. She was forced to go to Catholic school. Have you ever had to hold your textbooks in a corner in your hands like this all friggin' day? She did. She did an infraction and some horny nun punished her for it.
Let's not talk about nuts.
I'm getting off the track.
You certainly are.
Anyway, I'm doing my mea culpas. I promised Matt, the guy from down under,
yeah,
I would do it because of my slight mistake about KLIP. So I have to do like 6 months of mea culpas. That's better than groveling and crawling through kangaroo shit down here. Or we should say roo shit. I was going to do this in Australian language. Hello, matey. Hello. Hello. How you doing, matey? He says he's British, but he lives in Australia. So I thought if I ever heard him talk, it'd be a slight British. Well, I dare say, care for a cup of tea?
Highbrow.
Huh?
Highbrow.
Not highbrow, just the British accent's I know. But he is a true 100% Australian. I heard him on Kilmer. Anything, I digress. This has to do with KLIP. I met Matt. I consider him a very good friend now. One of two I have, the only two, besides, of course, my wife. And the other one's I call her Miss J. I talk to her with Matt sometimes. She's going to retire pretty soon. I'll talk about that later. Anyway, this has to do with our unpleasant meeting the very first time. Because, as you say, I have a rock head sometimes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Don't say it so emphatically.
Well, sometimes I just can't get through.
Well, listen, it's a Sicilian. It's Sicilian. Is that the dog?
Yeah.
Talking about the incident I had regarding a KLIP dividend. KLIP is the symbol KLIP. I have a screenshot here you're looking at. We had a minor disagreement about an upcoming dividend. I think it was last month. I got the information from somebody else who got the information from somebody else, which right there is a mistake. Okay? So I predicted that the dividend was going to be like 62 cents, I think. Matt came in out of nowhere and politely suggested, well, you should wait for the actual date. Could be less. He said something about a range. And I immediately rebuffed him. I had only known him from before coming in and making minor corrections to some things I and others have said about things, which turned out to be that he was right and we were wrong. But this time, for some reason, I dug in my heels. We were going at it back and forth for the few days before the declaration date of KLIP. And it got really heated, and he said something about me being, well, he was better than I was anyway. Called me an obstinate or blockhead or whatever. I was going to say, oh, that's the nicest thing, with my Miss Scarlet. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever said about me, Matt. Care to date? Or I was going to say, that's it, mister. I'm not sending you a Christmas card this year. But I was so pissed off. So going back and forth. So anyway, the day of the declaration, or the night of it, actually, they do it at night. Something happened where it was at night or wee hours in the morning. Anyway, a couple of times I had to go up to go take a visit to do the daily tinkle people my age are prone to do. And each time I ran to my phone and checked to see if the thing that wasn't out there. So I get up around 5 o'clock in the morning at Eastern Standard Time in the States. That's our time to get up. And I run over there, and Lord and home, it was there. And the dividend was I think Matt was right, or the range he gave, he was within 2 cents of the thing. I was way off. Okay, I was wrong, and he was right. My wife comes in the kitchen. I'm saying, "Holy shit, son of a bitch!" And would you say? Remember, you heard me say that. You said, "What's up?"
Yeah.
Yeah. I said, "That KLIP dividend is going to be, I think, 57, 56 cents," and I was off. And you asked, "Well, so what's the big deal? It's still a nice sum, right? Something like that."
As long as we get money.
Yeah, you get as long as you get money. Yeah. I said, because that bastard, I'm sorry, that blankety blank was right and I was wrong. And you said, "Well, you've been wrong before. What's the big thing, right?" I said, "Yeah, but he's gonna rub it in my nose. I know he's gonna say something. I know it. That bastard's gonna come after me and he's gonna say something." No sooner, I swear, remember I said it and the thing pops up. A message from, guess who?
Yeah.
Matt. "Hello, Mike Day." He was nice, which made it even worse. All he said was 2 words. "Well, Raoul." Right?
Yeah.
And to me, that's like, what, like sticking a knife in? "Well, Raoul."
Wow.
"Well, Raoul." And you said, I mean, she's so wonderful, Matt. She's on your side, by the way. You said, would you say, "Oh, when you do the same thing, if
Yes,
you were,"
that's exactly what I said.
and I admit, I said, "I'd probably do a lot worse.
Yeah.
I'd probably have cymbals and bang them, wake everybody up. I'd dance around. I might even take a plane ride to Australia and hunt him down and dance in front of his house." I wouldn't just say, "Whoa, man." But he was right and I was wrong. Right? There's a lesson to be learned in that. And it's for you younger people out there. And what I'm talking about is those of
You're
you,
never too old or too young to learn.
well, yeah, that you're never too old or young to learn, especially me. But many of you, from what I can understand, didn't have a pot to piss in about a year ago. Didn't have 2 dimes to rub together. And all of a sudden, this wonderful, wonderful gift was thrown in our laps. The covered call ETFs, or the synthetic ETFs, or whatever else they call them. First, it was Yield Max, run by Jay Pestrelli, and then later on Defiance by Sylvia Jablonski. And it opened up a whole new world for retail investors, small-time investors. And initially, you all gobbled up the dividends, but you didn't apply it probably the way you should be applying, the way they instructed you to apply. You didn't, no, because you knew better than they did. You still do. And now all of a sudden, you're turning on them. You're turning on them and you're complaining every day. And you think you know more than they do. People with years and years of experience. The latest thing is, I don't know, Kat, if you heard this, that they're allowing their interns to run the covered calls each day.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so those interns probably know a hell of a lot more than you. I know the 2 fund owners, CEOs, they have years of experience. So the lesson in life is think before you speak.
Always be a little humble.
Yeah, you have to be humble. Huh? And in a serious note with Matt and Miss J, as I call her, getting to know Matt, I really, really admire him. You remind me, if you're watching this, man, of the old timers, Berkshire Hathaway, Buffett, and late Charlie Munger, and years earlier, Jack Bogle of Vanguard, who started the index funds, which was the beginning of the gifts to us, the retail investors. You give the nuances out, just like them, identical. You soothe nerves. I don't know if you realize you do that. The other one, Miss J, is a perfect compliment to you. You give philosophical nuances to this stuff and long-term ranges of things and insights that are only gleaned from years of experience. Miss J, on the other hand, does the tactical type of stuff, goes through methodology in what she does. And what's so interesting about her and uncanny is I find myself actually doing what she does before the fact. And what she is a verification. I'm on the right track, and I really think I am as far as that goes. Just lay back, collect the funds, Let the divs reinvest themselves and be quiet. A few young people out there, read some books, do some studying. Don't talk so much, okay? Because I'm having a field, I'm having a ball reading those comments, because I think from now on I'm just going to make comments about the comments without identifying anybody. The next one I'm going to talk about is the upcoming interview with Jay, where they're going to give him a piece of their mind. I can't wait for that to happen. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Miss J.